It's the 16th of January, 1985, 7 o'clock in the morning. The crew of Trafalgar are tired, and not just because of how early it is. Their encounter with the two Oscar-class subs was harrowing, to say the least. In the end, it was something of a minor miracle that one of them was sunk, but the second, along with its rather talented but unknown Soviet captain, have eluded Trafalgar's clutches and inflicted some significant damage on the venerable submarine in the process. At this time of day, Ed Cook is in his cabin, while his first officer, Commander Owen Bradshaw, has command in the damaged control room. The boat is in, of course, capable hands. Bradshaw is a Perisher graduate just like Cook. You have to be, in order to serve as a first officer on board a Royal Navy submarine. And so, in the meantime, the captain lies awake, pondering what went wrong, and what to do differently next time. His father used to say that if you're winning, you're teaching, and if you're losing, you're learning. It's fair to say that Cook has learned a thing or two today. For one thing, the next time he encounters a pair of Oscars, he decides, he's going to try and attack them head-on, forcing them to turn and maneuver away, giving his tigerfish precious time to catch their quarry. But the technical limitations of Trafalgar's armament does remain a nagging problem, and as the captain is forced to devise increasingly risky strategies to achieve his goals, you cannot help but wonder when exactly that risk will no longer be acceptable, especially after the rude awakening they've all just had. While the headlines revel in the Navy's triumph and military analysts predict victory, HMS Trafalgar and her crew are morosely aware that the Soviet dog still has plenty of fight left in it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to Cold Waters, the HMS Trafalgar campaign. I don't know if I should call it the HMS Trafalgar campaign, because there is, of course, every chance that we'll get the Trafalgar sunk and then put in command of a different submarine if we survive the encounter. But I guess for now it's the Trafalgar campaign. Right now, our orders are to go back to Faslane to repair and rearm. Previously, we hunted a pair of Oscars, not even just one, but a pair of Oscars, which I don't think we've even seen an Oscar in this campaign so far, and then suddenly two come along at once. Like buses, aren't they? We got one of them. We got quite lucky with one of them, frankly. I don't think it realised it was being tracked by a passive torpedo until it was too late. The other one, though, gave us the slip. We truly met our match in the form of that Oscar captain. He just outwitted us at virtually every turn. He did all of the right things at all of the right times, and we just couldn't touch him. We just couldn't touch him with our crappy torpedoes, unfortunately. So we had to leave and admit defeat on that one. Technically a mission success, because we got at least half of the designated targets, but it didn't feel like a success to me anyway. Because right now there's an Oscar out there, fully loaded with a bunch of really nasty missiles, off to go and sink an entire convoy of ships all by itself, probably. So it doesn't feel like a win, but we did get one of them at least. Anyway, back to Faslane we go. With pleasure, frankly. I wonder if you get campaign points for returning to base on one of these missions, technically. Probably not, but it'd be funny if you did. There we go, as our current stats. 24 days at war. It's only been 24 days. This World War III hasn't lasted very long so far, has it? But nevertheless, we've gotten a lot accomplished in the last 24 days. 189,370 tons. As you hit shore and send your crew off to the beach for a while, you feel pride in a job... A Scottish beach? That seems like punishment, almost. You feel pride in a job well done. You head off to the officers' mess for a drink and some friendly and much longed-for banter with colleagues. Catch up with the other captains, actually, see how they've been getting on, I suppose. That's our medals we've got so far, or the medals we would have had so far if we were American. I know that apparently in the latest versions of Dotmod there are British medals, but I'm just too scared to upgrade to the latest version, because my assumption is it would probably break stuff. So I don't want to do it, to be on the safe side. Perhaps I'm just too used to playing Empire at War, where every mod update breaks your campaign, but I don't think I want to risk it, if I'm honest. Might not. This probably won't be the last Cold Wars campaign we ever do on the channel anyway, so, you know. Might do another one in the future when they add more subs, who knows. Regardless, Yeah, only 24 days of war. Wow. 3 capital ships sunk, though. 17 submarines. 2 other warships. 4 merchants. Good grief. Actually, speaking of Cold War gone hot scenarios, I believe Regiments just recently came out on Steam. I need to go check that out. It was that Cold War gone hot real-time strategy game that sort of, it looks vaguely similar to like the old war game Red Dragon and Warno and that sort of thing, but apparently it's it's entirely single-player focused, so no multiplayer nonsense. And apparently it's a bit more slow-paced and more enjoyable from what I read with the Steam reviews, which is pretty much exactly what I wanted from like Warno and Wargame. I like those games, but I always found them to be way too fast-paced and way too multiplayer focused. So I might have to check that out at some point. Play through the events that were taking place on land while Captain Cook was at sea, right? Right, so rearm and repair. Let's see. Do we have any repairs we need to make? Oh yeah, fire control's busted. I remember now. Yeah, let's sort that out. And we've got 3 more, so we'll load 1 more. Still got the 4 harpoons on board, and I think we'll just restock on Tigerfish, and we'll be good to go, won't we? I'm not even going to bother with Mark 8s. I'm really not. They just don't. They're impossible to use in this game. They're just impossible to use. Your sub is too easy to detect in this game to actually use Mark 8s, in my humble opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe there's some real pros out there who have sunk quite a few ships with Mark 8s, but I can't find a way to do it unless you've got like the absolute perfect, most excellent sea conditions you could ever possibly hope for or something. I don't know. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Review orders. Intelligence estimates that enemy Spetsnaz commandos will land from submarine in the vicinity of Trondheim within the next week. You are ordered to intercept and eliminate them before they land. Locate and sink the enemy submarines transporting Spetsnaz commandos. Locate and sink any escorting submarines if possible. Okay, cool. And there you go, there's our crew stats. We are seasoned, of course. Lovely. Right, proper good old tussle with some submarines. I bet it's going to be a horde of victors or something. It might not be, though. It might not be. It might be an old diesel carrying the Spetsnaz. We'll find out. But looks like we're going to need to go park our asses off the coast of Trondheim and intercept any submarine that happens on nearby. I mean, there's these guys moving on down there. Oh, that better not be them. Oh, I think it's them. Oh, God. Could I get there in time? Oh, no, there's a little tiny bit of land in the way. Jesus Christ. And now we're going at 20 knots because I tried to get around it and... Alright, we'll stay at 25 kilometers. Exo status report. Put a moss in one of the tubes and all hands man action stations.
Sonar, new contact bearing.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay, ultra quiet. And let's have a look at conditions. Seafloor is at 545 meters. Don't like that. Don't like it at all. Alright, hello Sierra 1. Hello Sierra 2. Hello Sierra 3. Oh my giddy aunt. Periscope depth. I want to do a radar sweep. In the meantime, I'll see if I can try and identify you look like the likeliest suspect based on your position on the map. Let's have a look. Open up the recognition manual. What could you be? Might just be a trawler or something. That looks. Is that a Komsomol or is it something very similar? I'm surprised to see a Komsomol on these waters, honestly. No, I don't think it is. That line there in the middle, slightly off. It's probably some sort of merchant ship, though. It's more like... It's a merchant, yeah. It's a big old cargo ship.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as...
Alright, Sierra 3, what are you? Flip back to submarines. Ooh, a Foxtrot. Really?
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as submerged submarine.
Are we sure? Yeah, looks like a Foxtrot. Okay, well That'll be a light snack for us. I mean, I don't want to get too cocky, but we are in shallow waters after all, but still. He's deaf as a post, that poor bastard. What worries me is there might be a Kilo lurking around here somewhere. Ooh, Sierra. We've not encountered a Sierra yet. The Sierra is a beast of a submarine. It's the latest and most advanced Soviet attack submarine. They are faster and deeper diving than Soviet subs and go down to 600 meters just like us. That would be a true match for us, I think. That thing, more than a match, potentially, actually. Have to do a campaign in a Sierra. That would be a lot of fun. How fast can it go? 35 knots. 117 decibels as well. It's very quiet. I think it's the one with the shark mouth painted on the front as well, the Sierra, if I remember. Can't see it on there, but yeah, I think it has the shark mouth painted on the front. Beast of a sub. This one looks like a trawler to me, if I'm honest. Has a trawlery sort of look about the profile. Yep, there it is.
Con sonar, Sierra.
So we have a single foxtrot that seems to be blissfully unaware of our presence. But yeah, for periscope depth, yep, we are. Right, I'm just gonna...
Raise the ESM mast.
Yeah, there aren't going to be any enemy surface ships, I don't think, unless they've got an aircraft in the area. No, good.
Lower the ESM mast.
We have started seeing a bit more aircraft in this campaign, so maybe I should use the ESM mast more often. Okay, yeah, we got the merchant and the trawler, and then we have Monsieur Foxtrot, our trotting fox over there.
Lower the radar mast.
Right in front of us. I mean,
Con, dive at 1-2, dive by.
what depth is he at? 120 meters ish.
Make depth 1-0-0, dive by. Make depth 1-2-2, dive by.
Yeah, no idea we're here. We're quite close to him, honestly. Can't visually see him, but he's out there. I think I will continue straight ahead at the moment. The passive is already going down. We'll just pull it behind him and chuck a passive tiger fish at him, I think. Let's put some time compression on.
Make depth 7-6, dive by. Con, dive at 7-6, dive by.
Put the wrong depth in here. There we go.
Make depth
That's what I want.
1-2-2, dive by.
Speed's he doing? 8 knots. That's the best he can do in that little old diesel electric. Oh, bless him. He's only got set 65 torpedoes. Dearie me.
Passing 400 feet.
Max depth 400 meters. Ugh. Poor bastard. I've done. I have used the Foxtrot before, actually. In the Soviet campaign, at least in this version of Dotmod, you have a kind of fun career mode where you start off in a like really.
Sonar, Sierra.
Oh, hello.
Classified as submerged submarine.
Where did you come from? All stop.
Make turns for 0.
That makes life a little bit more interesting, doesn't it? A Tango, then. SSK. Test 71s. Ooh. It's wire guided. 35 knots. 40 knots in the active range. Seeker range is 1.3 kilometers. Max depth 400 meters. That's the Achilles heel of the Test 71, really. It's the depth. Otherwise, not a terrible torpedo, really. Okay, we got this guy to deal with too. Where's he gonna go? You gonna bank to the right here, mate? Make life easy for me. We'll find out. Yeah, I was going to say the career mode with the Soviets. You start off in a terrible whiskey, and then you can move up a bit, and you can immediately move up to the Foxtrot very quickly. It's a slight improvement, but I spent a fair bit of time in the Foxtrot, earning points so I could upgrade to a proper submarine. And it's actually quite fun because the campaign is smart enough to know that you're in a terrible Foxtrot, so it gives you appropriate opponents. So what you spend most of your time doing is actually going along in Norwegian coastal waters, fighting against Norwegian Cobbins and British Oberons, which are also both, you know, fairly antiquated diesel-electric subs. And actually, it's actually quite fun. It's actually quite fun. The cool thing about the Foxtrot is you have terrible set 65 torpedoes, but you have like 8 tubes or something absolutely insane. So you can just flood the water with torpedoes and hope that you hit something. And, you know, being a diesel-electric, you know, 125 decibels is not as quiet as us, but it's still relatively quiet, actually. Although quite often, because your sensors are just so terrible, you do have to go active sonar and just sort of be like, "Hi guys, I'm over here, come and fight me." And then desperately try and speed away at 17 knots. As fast as you can from the incoming torpedoes. Yeah, Mr. Tango is turning this way. Look how much better the Tango's active sonar is. 30 on the active score on him, and on the Foxtrot's only 5. Good grief. What's he got? Arctica 8 high frequency active, and this guy has... It doesn't actually say that he has any active sonar, but obviously he must do. It's clearly better though, whatever he's got.
Come left 2.
Alright.
Make turn.
Let's creep along at 5 knots. What speed's he doing? 8 knots as well? Yeah.
Con, helm, steady course.
Right, you're all set to passive, all set to level depth. Oh, you're a bit more shallow than your chum, aren't you? Actually, no, you've both come up a bit. Let's see. Take us up to 30 meters.
Depth 30, dive I.
Come left 2, 0, 5, 1, helm I.
Once we get it nice and happily in their baffles, I think I shall let loose
Passing
these
100
fishies.
feet.
Alright, we're at the correct depth. Hopefully there isn't a kilo lurking around here somewhere. Wouldn't be surprised if there was. Like maybe out here somewhere. Sneaky buggers, those. Sneaky buggers.
Come right 2,
Need to come
0,
this way to
7,
get into
1,
their baffles
helm
properly.
I.
Do. I mean, even in a straight up fight, but a torpedo jousting, we could take these guys, mostly just because of the fact that they can't kill us up below 400 meters, but we might as well do it by the book, right? Maintain our stealth as long as possible. Alright, looks like we are in their baffles. Lovely. Okay. I think I'm just going to try and take out the Tango first to see what the Foxtrot does. Tango is slightly more dangerous, so...
Shoot 2,
Oh,
1.
we kept the wire. Beautiful. It's always when you don't need the wire that we actually end up getting to keep it, when it actually matters. Not a chance. Hello. Foxtrot can hear us again. Interesting. Played his baffles, I guess. We're kind of outside the cone, aren't we, really? Hopefully he won't react to this torpedo that's going for the Tango right now. I gotta tell you, not without wanting to jinx it, this is a delightful change of pace after the last 2 episodes. Oh dear. They were a real horror show, those were. Alright.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Boosh! Immediately. We see it in the gloom. There it is. There lurks the Tango. Any interesting things to know about this? These are large diesel-electric attack submarines designed for both long-range operations and defending the Arctic SSBN bastions. They are comparable to the Victor II class nuclear attack submarines in terms of sensors and weapons, but are significantly quieter when running on batteries. This makes them suitable for Spetsnaz operations in addition to operating against NATO shipping. Ah, well, there's a good chance the Spetsnaz might be on this one then. Poor Tango. Time for you to die, my friend. I wonder if the Tango is in the Foxtrot's baffles.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing.
In which case it might not have even heard the explosion.
Contact breaking up.
Come left to 027 helm I.
Alright. Fire 2.
Con fire control.
Ah, so now we lost the wire.
Con helm steady course. Come right to 029 helm I.
You can secure from silent running and just take us up to 8 knots. It'll make us a bit louder, but if our enemy is baffled, it's hardly going to matter. I hope this acquires it, and I haven't got the angle completely wrong here. Ah, a bit of seal clubbing to start off this week's episode, ladies and gentlemen. Not the most thrilling encounter compared to some of the previous ones, but, you know. It's one more victory in the victory pool, you know, more points for the points thrown. Which brings us closer to the end of the campaign and our chances of actually successfully completing it without dying. I've never done the final. I've never completed a NATO campaign before. It's quite different to completing a Soviet one, and the Soviet one is the only one I've beaten. With a NATO campaign, you actually get a final, like, boss mission almost. It's kind of it's not really a boss mission, but, you know, it's like a final encounter you have to do to succeed at the campaign. Whereas with the Soviet one, it's just a case of occupying the entire campaign map with ground troops. Alright, it's gone active. Hopefully I'll pick him up eventually. Come on, little tigerfish. Come on, Tiggy. He's out there, he's in front of you. Alright, we've lost contact with it. Now we just wait and hope. Sure, look at the Foxtrot. There it is. Bit of an odd one out in terms of Soviet submarines on account of the fact that its underside is painted green and not red. Not that you can really tell underwater right now, but I assure you it is green. Kind of looks reddish when it's actually underwater, but it's green. Where's that tigerfish? Useless bloody thing's probably lost him. It's not going to acquire him, is it? Oh, no, there it is. There it is, emerging from the gloom. Sorry, Mr. Foxtrot. It's a good-looking sub, the Foxtrot. I gotta say, like, it is crap in 1984, 1985 now, but it is good-looking.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 022. Contact breaking up.
There we go. Mission complete. Another 2 to mark on the flag, lads. Okay, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle. Let's leave. I believe that was our mission objective, I would suspect. I'm glad we managed to get to it in time. It was a bit close there on the campaign map. If we dallied around for any more seconds than we did, I think it might have despawned and it would have been fission mailed. Cool. Only cost us 2 tigerfish, and we got them. Excellent performance locating and eliminating enemy submarines transporting Spetsnaz commandos to stand by for new orders. Soviet sub hit off coast. The Pentagon today revealed that a Soviet submarine attempting an incursion near Trondheim had been destroyed or driven off by coordinated efforts of NATO surface vessels, submarines, and aircraft. The continued cooperation of NATO members was cited as pivotal to the successful outcome of this operation. Yeah, you don't bloody say, since it was a British sub what did it. Some concern was raised by politicians that an enemy submarine had been allowed to get so close to critical military facilities in the first place. There's always someone who's got to criticise, right? We simply must hit these subs before they get anywhere near our bases, said one MP. Otherwise, we may not be so lucky next time. Who's that member of parliament? Give me his name and number. Probably Peter Bone or someone like that, I reckon. Yeah, nice. Okay, job done. We did it. It's good to let him that close. Anyway, you can lure him out that way. Pinch 2 Soviet subs and some elite Spetsnaz commandos in the process. Wouldn't have got them if they'd, if we hadn't allowed them to get that close. Although, that's probably the way we'd spin it, right? In reality, we almost didn't get there in time. I mean, in reality, the entire NATO war effort is an absolute bloody shambles that's being carried heroically upon the shoulders of HMS Trafalgar, really, if we're honest. That's just the way this damn game works for this campaign, so... Alright, intelligence has discerned a pattern to movements of enemy at sea, replenishment tankers and tenders. A small enemy force, including 1 or 2 of these ships, is expected to sail from Arkhangelsk shortly for a rendezvous in the western Barents Sea. You're ordered to find and sink this group before it completes replenishment of enemy forces. You may also get a chance at the enemy submarines this group is intended to support, but tenders and tankers are the mission target. Alright. It's a good thing we brought the harpoons, right? That's probably going to be one they're useful for. Patrol area Blue 43, locate and sink the enemy replenishment tankers and tenders. Yeah, unrep, underway replenishment. That's something we don't have access to in when we play the campaign, but the enemy does, rather annoyingly. So rather than going all the way back to port to rearm and refuel and whatnot, well, not that we need to refuel in a nuclear sub, but rather than going back to all the way to port to rearm, we could theoretically, rendezvous with a tanker or something. But we don't have access to that. Okay. So this could be interesting because it's potentially, a mix of submarines and tankers, which will undoubtedly probably have some sort of escort. So it's going to be a bit of a mixed battle, and that's always interesting, really, because it sort of becomes a tricky process of trying to determine which is the more dangerous target that needs to be dealt with. So, cool. Exo status report. I make sure these 2 tubes are loaded and save, just in case of any weird crashes and stuff. Alright, Blue 40... Oh my goodness, that's right in the enemy's back garden, isn't it, really? It's definitely Blue 43, right? Oh, wrong button. What am I doing? Blue 43. Yeah, at least they didn't send us to one of the red grid squares. No, these ones up here. Oh, God, can you imagine being sent to red 637? That's, that'd be a bit of an odyssey, wouldn't it? Into the deepest depths of Soviet territory. Alright, Blue 43. Let's stay away from that plane. Oh, right in the middle of it. Oh my God, they've spotted us. Get away, run away. Plane will have spotted me again as well. This is not great territory to be operating in, I gotta say. No, get away from me. The tankers, there they are. After them. We're being chased. Okay. Right. Our speed is only 8 knots, somehow. I thought I was going full tilt there, but whatever. Right, we all reloaded for bear? Yes. Okay, action stations, everybody. Every Soviet vessel in the neighborhood is after us right now on the campaign map. Oh boy. They've learned Trafalgar's in the area and they want her dead. Right. Bring us up to periscope depth for now. There is a very weak layer. Could have hoped for more there, really. Floor is at 441 meters, which is disheartening to say the least.
Bearing 103, designated Sierra 4.
Oh, crumbs. What do we got then? Oh God, there's so many.
228, designated Sierra 5.
Is that a correct identification? Not quite. The lines don't quite totally match up. Come on, what are you? Oh, it's probably an Andizan or a trawler. Alright, whatever.
Sierra 5
What about you,
is
Sierra 1?
classified as merchant.
You, we can't hear nearly as well. Let's try Sierra 3. Actually, it could have been an Andizan. We are looking for unrep tankers after all. Hello. Don AS. Some of these ships built from 1958 to 1961. They were designed to support Soviet submarines on distant operations. Aha, this is what we're looking for.
Con sonar Sierra.
That's what
3
needs to be
is
sunk.
classified as merchant.
What are you? Oh. Almost thought it was the Papa there for a second. It's not, though, thankfully. It's become a very interesting mission if it were. Kotlin, maybe? I'm not seeing that second line on the graph, but everything else is very close. The destroyer. Escorts for the Sverdlov. Oh, this must be old then. RBU 2500, 665 torpedo. Yeah, oh god, yeah, if it is a... Oh boy, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. They're already pinging, and we don't even know who's who. Grisha 3.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
Taking too long with my goddamn... Right, you look like a trawler. I'm going to ignore you for now. What are you? Come on. I can hear an aircraft. I reckon it's maybe a Kotlin. I'm not sure though.
Classified as escort.
Oh Christ, on a bike. Take us down. We can't go very far down.
Make depth 3.
These treacherous shallow waters, damn them.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
Ah, it's a cannon. Okay. RBU 6000 665s. The Don and a Grisha 3. And this unknown out here that's probably a trawler. I reckon it's a trawler. This is not a trawler. I think this is actually an Andizan. I think we might have misidentified this one. I'm so used to it being a trawler instead of an Andizan, but actually, on this occasion, we're in Soviet waters.
Sonar Sierra 5 is classified as merchant.
Yeah, there you go. Reclassified it, and the solution is immediately improving.
Con sonar
Oh,
Sierra
okay, I had it right the first time. It's a Polish trawler, for God's sake. Right, Mr. Grisha, what have you got for me? Test 71Ms, RBU 6000. Nobody's got like crazy missiles or anything like that, anti-sub missiles. That's good. Honestly, the biggest threat right now almost feels like it's the friggin' aircraft. Is that a bear? It is, isn't it? Yeah. It's a 295. Fucking fantastic aircraft. I love the bear. It's dropping sonar buoys at the minute. Magnificent turboprop bomber slash all the other roles they used it for. Originally a strategic bomber, but then they retasked it for stuff like this. Marvelous aircraft. Anyway. Right, we've got a couple of sonar buoys right next to us. We need to be quiet as a mouse. Quiet as a mouse. 2 knots.
Make turns for 2 knots. Maneuvering eye.
They've stopped active pinging, which is interesting. Like, I think they got an idea. They pinged actively. They're like, I think they figured out that there's something over here, and that's why they've tasked the Tu-95 with dropping buoys over here to try and figure out where we are. But they're not having much luck. See, now what worries me is that the water is so shallow here that even those 65s represent something of a threat to us, let alone the Test 71 that the Grisha is armed with, I think. Yeah. I don't see Grishas very often.
Con maneuvering.
It's like a kind of coastal patrol vessel, doesn't it?
2 knots.
It's a frigate. These small ASW frigates that, despite their size, feature a heavy ASW armament coupled with a heavy self-defense armament. Their hulls handled rough seas poorly, and they're difficult to refuel at sea, which restricts them to patrol and escort duties in coastal waters. Despite these drawbacks, they're still capable of causing considerable grief to NATO submarines. Unlike the larger Krivaks, these ships feature a 30mm anti-missile gun as part of their self-defense armament. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I could just lob missiles at these guys. There's only 3 ships. But I remain not very bloody confident in the abilities of the Harpoon to evade their anti-missile defenses. So I think I'm going to want to try and do this with torpedoes if I can. You go 34 knots, which is going to be a bit devilish for the Tigerfish to catch up with if you decide to be clever. Same with you. The Don chugs along at 17. It doesn't have any anti-missile defenses, it just has its B-34 guns. And its Don K radar as well. It's a good-looking ship, actually, the old Don.
Con sonar, new contact bearing.
It has a nice profile to it, if you ask me.
6.
In fact, most of the Soviet ships do, actually, to be honest with you. The British and American ships are always a bit weird-looking. A lot more modern-looking, admittedly, but they never did look quite as cool to me. Look at the sensor comparison page. Oh, you have a towed array, do you, Mr. Grisha? A towed array that can almost hear us, actually. -4. Oh, we're having a bit of a ping. I think it's the Grisha that's pinging us, and it's -21 on active. His active sonar is not nearly as good as his towed, which is his towed passive, which is surprising. If the cannon were to start pinging, he wouldn't be able to hear us, but it would be cutting it very, very close. It's nearly +10 there. Oh god, here comes the bear. Does it have a limited number of buoys it can drop? I'm curious. Oh, I didn't want to... I wanted to look at the damn plane there, because I wanted to see if it was going to drop anything. He's got us bracketed between a whole bunch of buoys right now. Cannon and the Grisha are still getting closer. The Grisha's done a funny little circle there. Trying to clear his baffles, I guess. Ah! Hello, Sierra 6. What are you?
Con sonar, Sierra 6 is classified as merchant.
Ah, it's a sub. It's a Dubna. Fuel and dry stores ships are not. Ah, it's an unrat ship as well. A fairly defenseless one. But yes, that's another unrat ship. So we want him too. What's his speed like? 13 knots. Okay, right. We can catch up to him. No problem. Grish is pinging again. He's really, really poor active sonar, doesn't he? I still don't have a coherent plan of attack here. They're coming straight towards us. And,
Con, dive at 300.
I don't really know how to handle it. Maybe missiles is the best solution right now, but I just sort of don't think so. Could try and overwhelm the cannon and the Grisha with missiles, I guess. But then we'd feel the wrath of the bear flying around overhead quite quickly afterwards. Because if we can take out the cannon and Grisha with harpoons, we can just chase down the Don and the Dubna and take them out with Tigerfish. But I don't know if 2 missiles each is going to cut it, because they're probably going to have overlapping fields of fire here. It's going to make it all the more difficult. I have to launch the missiles out slightly wide of them and hope that the cone tracks them. I have to admit, I am leaning towards missiles being the solution here. Because I could just try and sneak around behind, get the Dubner, get the Don, and then leave. Tricky though. I think we're gonna go this way.
Come right to 264. Helm aye.
I'm gonna risk speeding up. I'm gonna risk that horizontal profile towards these guys.
5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Only the Grisha is pinging right now. Because ultimately, even if I do go this way, try and get around them, I might not be able to get around them, but if I can get around a, like, here-ish, that's still a better trajectory to launch our missiles from, honestly, because it means that we can potentially launch a pair of missiles at the cannon, and there's very little chance, I don't think, that the Grisha will actually be able to interfere with its own defenses. There won't be... Over here, there's not going to be an overlapping field of fire, at least I don't think so. So I think we want to get over here, if you ask me. Over here as opposed to over here, because it gets us further away from the Grisha's towed array. I'm mostly just really worried about these sonar buoys that the bear has dropped.
Con, helm, steady course.
I'm just gonna have to hope that it doesn't hear us. If it does, all bets are off. And we're in the shit. Just gonna try and creep away. The rate we're going, though, I don't know if we'll manage it. Don't want to let them get too close, otherwise we're going to be in RBU range, and that's not fun. In fact, we almost are. Which is not fun. That's kind of scary. Speed you guys doing? 15 knots.
Come right to 283. Helm aye.
Uh-oh. Okay, they've launched torpedoes.
Con, helm,
Shit.
course.
Alright.
Make depth 1, 2, dive
Yep,
aye.
they're both pinging active. Right. Move it. Reload
5
the harpoons.
maneuvering aye.
We're going to launch a missile barrage at them.
Con, sonar.
Hopefully this is the right call.
Con, maneuvering, making turns.
I'm really worried about the bear right now.
5 knots.
Isn't there a button for missile depth, actually? There is, yeah.
Depth 5, 8, dive aye.
Don't want to go to periscope depth. Missile depth. Will do. It occurs to me I didn't even deploy the towed array today, but I guess we didn't need it. No sign of any submarines right now. That doesn't mean there isn't one out there, but... Oh boy, here comes the bear. Wish you could get a thing up here about it to see what it's armed with.
Con, torpedo room, 2-1 ready.
Load faster, boys. Time compression.
Con,
Con, sonar. We are cavitating.
Okay, we're cavitating. I don't care though. Everybody knows where we are at this point.
5, 8, dive aye.
Although we're still... Oh, wait. Okay, he's not flying over the top of us. Come on, load faster, guys. We need one more. We need to fire all these in one go.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Alright, load tube 4. Come on, let's do this. Okay, why did it just cancel time compression? What happened? It's always a bad sign when time compression cancels itself.
torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Rig
I
shift
don't know
for
what speed we
ultra
have to be to launch, if I'm honest with you.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
So we'll just slow down. Okay, I want you, two of you to go pop-up attack. And I think I do want the wide cones of detection on them. So you're not within my minimum range. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Seriously? Jesus Christ. Alright.
Come right to 319 helm I.
Shit.
Con sonar, we are
I
cavitating.
need to leg it. I didn't even think about that.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 145. Contact is in the baffles.
Maybe we can make it to
Con,
deeper
helm,
water,
steady
at the
course.
very least. I'm not really seeing where deeper water is on this map. This is not going as well as I'd hoped.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Okay, we lost him in the baffles. That's alright though for now. Let's put a little dot on the map there to show us where you were.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2,
And a
last bearing
dot for
1,
you
6,
as well.
8. Contact is in the baffles.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
X, level us off. There
Passing
goes the bear.
1300.
Oh, you can see the shadow on the seafloor. It's mental. Circling round. Oh boy. Depth charges.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 3, 2 knots.
My missile plan is looking increasingly like a bad idea. I don't know how I'm going to pull this off. Hopefully I'm gaining some distance on these guys. Whoa. There they go. You know what it's time for? You know what it's time for?
Rig shift for ultra quiet.
It's time for a moss. Just make sure we slow down enough that we don't have any risk of jamming the tubes. We got very lucky with that, actually, in our little tussle with the Kirov, actually. I was launching mosses at, like, maximum flank speed, and it wasn't jamming the tubes. Don't want to roll that dice again, though, if I can help it. Alright, I think we should be good below about 50 knots. Hello, guys.
Shoot 2
Have a moss.
Aye, sir.
I'm gonna whip out the towed array here. I just want to see where,
Con sonar
get a
regained
bit of a
contact
picture
on
of where everything
Sierra
is right
1,
now.
Bearing 143.
Looks like most of the torpedoes are missing us. It's a good thing we made a bit of distance, actually.
Contact on Sierra 2, bearing 164.
Boy.
Con sonar regained contact on
Uh-oh.
Sierra 3, bearing 152.
Uh-oh. I think they've just landed a bit behind us. I think he's targeting the moss. At least I hope he is. My suspicion is that they don't know where we are right now. The only thing they can see is the moss.
Contact on Sierra 6, bearing 167.
Flooding in the control room.
Oh, what? Oh boy. Okay, never mind.
Make turns for 3.
Okay, one of the tubes is toast, along with the missile that was in it. Christ.
Con sonar lost contact.
Come right to 3,
Track the array.
7 helm I.
Oh, we couldn't deploy it in the first place anyway, because of the seafloor.
Steady course.
Oh, this goddamn bear, man. This damn friggin' aeroplane making my life a living hell right now. How are we doing for flooding? We got it under control. Looks like we have. Did we lose that missile? Yeah, we did. Yeah, it's gone.
helm right to 1-4.
Trying to hang right
helm
here.
high.
I think the bear's going for the moss this time. Look, judging by where it was going on the surface there.
Bearing 16.
Yes, it is bombing the moss. Alright, good.
Con helm.
Oh, it's just flying overhead now. Or is it bombing us too?
Contact on Sierra 1, bearing 146.
Someone was bombing the moss. It might have been one of the ships, actually.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 153.
Do we have incoming?
Con sonar regained contact.
seriously
on
hope not.
Sierra 6, bearing 167.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. I think it didn't drop depth charges. I think it dropped its torpedo. Yeah, it dropped this thing. That's a problem that we would like to definitely get away from. Reload a moss.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5.
Now would have been a great time to come up to missile depth, honestly. But then this thing ruined the party. It's up there. Of course, that thing can't target me if I surface, but if I surface, I'll be shot to bits by the ship's guns, so that's not an option in today's scenario. I have a horrible feeling if we...
Con, torpedo room, tube 5
It's going to
ready.
keep corkscrewing down, and eventually I think it might acquire us. I don't know if there's anything we can really do at this point, other than just hope that we can get far enough away from it without making too much noise.
Con sonar.
Nah,
Torpedo in the
god
water.
damn it. I knew that would
Torpedo
happen.
in the water. Bearing 343.
Decoy.
Make turns for 3, 2 knots.
It's time to give up on the missile idea, I think. Let's get some tigerfish in them tubes. Alright, my lad.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 6.
Passing
The thing I'm really worried about here is the fact that in all my maneuvering, I'm going to get detected and then bombed again. I didn't check, but my hull integrity is at 55%, which is not ideal.
Con sonar lost contact.
Passing 1,100
Where's the
feet.
goddamn torpedo gone? I can't see it.
Con sonar regained contact on.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Con sonar regained.
Con, knuckle
Oh boy.
forward.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think we're fucked.
Passing 800 feet.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that was close.
Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar lost contact. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Yep. I don't really care if we're cavitating at this point.
Passing 400 feet.
Con sonar lost contact.
Passing 300 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Oh boy, incoming.
Con maneuvering.
Yep,
making turns
there go the bombs.
3, 2 knots.
Get away from it.
Passing 300 feet.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1.
And the torpedo has once again acquired us.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 400 feet.
That's exactly what I was worried would happen.
Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar no longer cavitating.
Funny thing is, if we were in a Soviet sub,
Con, torpedo room, tube 3
what I
ready.
might consider doing is actually surfacing and using the SAM,
Passing 700
using the
feet.
Strela on board to try and shoot the bear down. As insane as that sounds.
Passing 700 feet.
Con sonar lost
But,
contact.
we don't
Sierra
have
2,
anything like that.
last bearing
We don't have a handy stinger on board right now.
Knuckle formed.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 158.
Freaking hell, man.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5.
Passing 700 feet.
At least we've got those tiger fish loaded aboard. This thing's going to run out of fuel eventually. Hopefully hopefully the bear doesn't just drop another as soon as this one's gone.
On Sierra 5, bearing 264.
Oh, I think it's going for the noisemaker. We've got the noisemaker's between us and it, and I think that might save my bacon there. And it's dead.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
You just dropped something, didn't you? You dropped another torpedo, just like I said he would. You!
Come right to 079. Make
Son of a
turns
bitch.
3, 2 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Make depth 381.
Con sonar lost contact. Con sonar torpedo in the
Ah,
water. Torpedo
great.
in the water. Bearing 239.
Here we go again.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 5, bearing 262.
15 decoys left. Nobody's going for the moss. The bear is apparently smarter than that. Alright, it's lost us. Which way are you going to go, little torpedo? Why is my ballast at minus 30?
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 260.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 3, 2.
That's back on us again. And the shadow of the bear just flew overhead. I'm going to go ahead and guess he's probably dropped some more presents. Don't want to keep spamming decoys here as much as I can. We try knuckle.
Con knuckle formed.
There we go. It's lost us. It's going that way. Try and stay out of its cone as long as possible.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 158. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar regained
Go for that,
contact
please.
on Sierra.
Con knuckle formed.
Can I try and sneak right past it here?
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 171.
It's going to circle back around though. Just blow up, you bastard. Come on. Run out of fuel, damn you. Okay, it's turning right now.
Formed.
Come on, we need to get some distance. Oh, here comes the bear again. Oh, and here come the depth charges. I think they're landing behind us. Just keep ahead, full tilt. It'll take them a bit of time to float on down here. This is why I don't want to go too shallow at the moment, because it'll make it much easier for us to be killed by those things.
Contact. Sierra 2,
Maybe.
last bearing
Can you imagine if like the
168.
depth charges explode and
Contact
throw off the torpedo? I wouldn't be surprised if it did in real life, but then again, it is an active Homer. There we go. Ran out of fuel, you little shit. Doesn't have a very fast top speed, this torpedo, does it? This is like one of my tigerfish trying to catch up to the Oscar. It's like, I'm 1 knot faster, but it's just not enough. Oh boy, here comes the bear again. We are getting closer to the enemy ships at the moment, which is worrying. Time for a knuckle, I think.
Con sonar regained contact.
Con, knuckle formed.
That'll get us a bit more distance. Just waiting for the blasted thing to run out of fuel at the moment. Then I'd like to slow down, loose a few tigerfish at these ships, and then go quiet. Knuckle time.
Con, knuckle formed.
Which way are you going to go, torpedo? Oh, is it driving straight through it? It is. Okay, now it's turning. Just ran out of fuel. How much fuel could possibly be packed into that little airborne thing?
Con sonar lost.
Passing 1,200
Sweet mother of God.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
There goes the bear again.
1,500 feet.
Let's drop more depth charges. Looks like we're swimming away from them though. Finally!
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Hope we're far enough away from those depth charges. Right. Nice and quiet now.
Con sonar regained contact on.
Grisha has no idea where we are, apparently.
301.
I have to admit, on my bingo card, I did not have aeroplane that turns out to be more deadly than the ships.
Con sonar regained contact on. Sierra 3, bearing 156. Con
Oh my
sonar
god,
regained
fucking
contact.
move.
Make turns for 3.
He's dropping them
2
right in front of us.
knots. Maneuvering aye.
You son of a bitch. How do you know I'm here? I mean, of course he knows I'm here, but I'm trying to be quiet.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 136. Contact is in the baffles.
Oh god.
Con sonar lost contact.
Ooh.
Sierra 2, last bearing 150. Contact is in the baffles.
Oh boy.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Man, dodging depth charges like it's Silent Hunt 3. This is amazing. Oh god. Oh god.
Back emergency. Maneuvering
Yep,
aye.
back emergency, please. Alright, no, we're...
Make
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
He's dropping more to the left.
con maneuvering. Making turns for 5
Sweet
knots.
Jesus. I think we need another moss.
Con sonar regained contact on. Sierra 3, bearing 156.
Come right to 090. Helm aye.
Oh god. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. Are we going to be lottery winners today or losers? Because
Make
they're
turns
dropping that close.
3, 2 knots. Maneuvering aye.
There's no evading that.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 149.
Oh, my
Contact
kingdom
faded.
for a Sam.
Con sonar lost contact.
to be able to shoot down that
last
bear.
Bearing 156. Contact faded.
Now I'm with the frequency these are coming in, I'm starting to wonder if the ships are after us now. What's the range right now? Could be, actually, yeah. Go for the moss, you buggers. Go for the moss. Do me a favour.
Con sonar regained contact on.
Rig ship for
Alright,
quiet.
here's the plan. Slow down. We're going to fire some tigerfish out and give them something to think about. Make sure these are all set for surface vessels. Reload a moss. Alright, somebody at least is bombing the moss and not us. Oh god, it just flew overhead.
Con sonar regained contact on. Sierra 3, bearing 158.
I'd like to be able to get out of this bracket of sonar buoys right now.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Okay.
Con, torpedo room, tube 5 ready.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wires. Shoot, 2-2. Aye, sir.
Kept the wire on that one. Did they hear it though? Yeah, they probably did.
Come right to 048. Helm I.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Come right to 06.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Alright, little tigerfish. Still got the actual unrep vessels to catch up with eventually at some point.
Con, helm, steady course.
Oh my days, this is going to be a long one today, isn't it? For those of you who like your cold waters, you're getting a bumper edition episode today. We're over an hour already and we're still nowhere... This mission is nowhere near finished. Yes, continue to bomb the moss. Excellent. Don't like when my time compression is cancelled like that. Makes me worried. I think it's because of the depth charging, that's what's cancelling it. Ooh, I think that Grisha might evade this tigerfish, but hopefully our one with the wire is going to catch at least one of them. Depends how soon that thing goes active, honestly. Okay, we got active torpedoes behind us. Looks like they're going for the moss. They're taking the bait.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 1.
I think they may have heard
Contact faded.
the torpedo incoming. The Grisha certainly has, at least. Alright. You can go active.
Con, fire control, weapon.
Con sonar, noisemaker,
What are you
bearing
doing?
180.
Oh, you got confused by the noisemaker, huh? Yeah, that's right, run away.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 187.
That's right, you mothers! Run! I'd like to kill the Grisha. It's a slightly
Con,
nastier
fire
threat.
control, weapon acquired.
Has acquired him. But we're turning towards the cannon. The cannon is closer, actually, to be fair.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Get him. Kill him. I wonder if the bear's out of armament by now. We haven't seen much of it for a while. Oh, famous last words, right? But I'm hoping that it has a finite supply of torpedoes and depth charges, that thing.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing.
I think it's dropped all the sonar buoys it can. Alright, we need to take you to the right. Wire guided! Motherfucker. There's one crappy torpedo's only redeeming quality. Some of the time, it is wire guided. I deploy my tow to rate. No, we're too deep. Too close to the seafloor.
Noisemaker bearing 199.
So tracking this guy's gonna be tricky.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Right, reacquired. Smart thing for this guy to have done would have been to book it in the opposite direction, which I think is exactly what the Grisha has done. But this guy didn't. And he might be about to pay the price.
Con sonar.
Yeah, there he goes.
Contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 1.
Rookie captain there.
8. Contact breaking up.
The Grisha is legging it. That's only one of our 3 problems dealt with at the moment. We still have those. We still have the Don and the Dubna to go after. Hopefully, we can kill them with our missiles. I mean, it's either that or we chase them for ages and ages and ages all the way down here. Which we, eventually, we will catch up with them because we are faster. But a little bit tricky to do actually with the bear lurking around still. That's the thing.
Come right to.
Change direction here.
145. Helm I. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra.
Con, helm, steady course.
What's that Grisha up to? Be nice to get behind him and lose a passive at him. Maybe even fire a couple of missiles at him. Maybe just one missile.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
And hope for the best. Leaving us with 2 more missiles for the Don and the Dubna. Have the bear breathing down our necks if we did that, though, I think. Does he know where we are, I wonder?
Rig ship for
He's slowing down to have a listen.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 5, bearing 319.
Sierra 5? Who the devil is Sierra 5? Trawler. Oh, this trawler. He should be able to see us. He's got us on active. Monsieur. It is time for you to have another one of these.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Ah, could have done with keeping the wire on that, but never mind. I'll give him something to think about. You slowed down and turned towards me, and that was kind of my cue to fire there, I think. Especially at such close range. Yeah, oh, he knows it's coming. He's speeding up. He's like, oh, crap, book it, get out of here. Might be a good idea to send another one his direction this way, actually.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
That's possibly a waste, but we'll see what we'll see how he reacts.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Reload.
Con, torpedo
Come on,
room,
Tigerfish.
tube 1
Get
ready.
lucky here. Yes, it did! It did! It's going for him! Okay. Problem is now, it's not wire guided, so it's going to be very easy for him to spoof it with noisemakers.
Con sonar, noisemaker.
Hopefully this other one will lock onto him, though. 2 Tigerfish might just get the job done. After a number of failed attempts like this. Go active. Come on, go active, dude. Go active.
Con sonar,
Go
noisemaker
active,
bearing
please!
289. Con sonar, noisemaker
Okay,
bearing
it's gone around the noisemaker. They're both tracking him. Okay.
Come right to
He has no idea where we are now. He's lost us because he's going so fast and evasive.
Rig ship for
Let's go nice and quiet ourselves. No need to broadcast our position to the bear.
Con sonar.
Although I'm relatively convinced at this point the bear's out of ammunition. It's floating around near one of the trawlers right now. It's up here somewhere, I think. Now we just watch these incompetent tigerfish continually fail to sink the damn thing.
Con, helm.
Problem is he's now... Oh, no, he's making a turn, he's making a turn. He shouldn't have done that.
Noisemaker bearing 296.
Thing is, he probably... you know, poor Soviet Grisha captain probably doesn't realize he's being targeted by tigerfish right now. If he did, he'd be smart to just run away. You know, maybe he might be operating under the assumption that maybe this is an American sub and maybe he's fired Mark 48s at me, in which case I can't outrun them, in which case I'm going to have to go evasive like this.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 291.
Oh, he's firing... Oh, no, he's not firing anything. That's the tigerfish chasing after him. Oh, it's so close. Keep turning like that, dude. Let the tigerfish cut the corner. Problem is, I think he's slightly faster. Can't remember. What's the speed of the tigerfish at maximum? 35 knots. No, we are 1 knot faster. Oh, man. Can't actually... We don't have a good location on it right now, but we can...
Sonar. Noisemaker bearing 299.
Come on. It looks like you've gone straight through the noisemaker and are ignoring it. That one isn't. Tweedledum over there. There we go.
Contact. Sierra 1.
Alrighty then. Take us to missile depth, please. Let's finish this, shall we? Reload the harpoons. There he is on the bottom where he belongs. I don't know why I'm so mad at these guys. It's the plane I'm mad at, really. There you go. Well, that is two very,
Con sonar.
pardon the pun, but very subpar escort vessels alone, with no submarine support or anything else like that. But they caused so much trouble simply because they had excellent air support. Ugh. I do not like operating in Russian waters. It's not fun. Let's get the towed array out.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3
Well,
ready.
we're going to find out very shortly, I think, whether or not the bear has any weapons left. Problem is, these things have gotten so far away from us now that I can't hear them on passive anymore.
Con, dive at 5-8, dive I.
Stow the array.
Come left to 167. Helm I.
Takes down 300 meters.
30.
Make turns 4.
And we're going to have to go full tilt to catch up for a bit.
Maneuvering I.
Could active ping. That might give us a solution, but the problem is the bear would hear that. Oh my god, it's going right past a sonar buoy right now. Well, it's going to hear us anyway, I think, if we're that close to it. Where is the bear? Don't know. Oh boy, it's close. It's bloody close. Now, did it fly over us out of chance, or did it fly over us because it's setting up for an attack run? That's the question, isn't it? Gonna risk some time compression here, I think. Flew over again. It might be out of weapons. It might be out of weapons. It's just flying over us right now to scare us. have a suspicion that maybe it is, yeah. Alright, we're gonna go ahead to flank speed, and we'll see what happens.
Knots. Maneuvering aye.
Alright, folks, I'll pause the recording for now, and I'll get back to you once we've reacquired our quarry.
Knots.
Okay, so I've continued moving southwards. I still haven't been able to reacquire them, but the bear has been steadily tracking our progress by dropping sonar buoys one after a time afterwards as we head down here, but refusing to bomb us. Which leads me to believe that I think he's out of weapons and all he can do now is track us. Now, in real life, that would be a scary prospect because I'm sure the Soviets would be scrambling more aircraft inbound to this area to hunt us down. However, in cold waters, we don't need to worry about that, thankfully, so at the moment, I'm not particularly scared of him. What I'm going to do now is head up to the surface, and I'm going to pop up the ESM mast and see if the bear has got radar, which it almost certainly will, and see what the detection is like, out of curiosity. And then I'm honestly thinking about just popping up the radar mast to locate these guys. Because if that bear's out of ammunition, which I suspect it is, it's a bit of a gamble. It's a hell of a gamble. But if it's out of ammunition, then we have nothing to fear by using the radar mast. You can know where we are all day long. It can't do anything about it, though. At least I hope. Okay, here we are.
Raise the ESM mast.
Oh yeah, in the
Lower
detection
the
threshold
ESM
for sure.
mast.
That would be the bear with its radar.
Raise the radar mast.
Alright, radar mast is going up. This is where it gets risky.
New radar contact. Bearing 180.
R7. Poltava. Not sure that's who we're after. Oh, no, replenishment transport. It's marked in green, though, is the thing. What the flag on it is, out of curiosity. It's a Vietnamese ship, I think. Interesting. What's also interesting is that I can't find our actual targets anywhere. Bloody hell, they must be far away. Although we can see the bear on radar, which is quite fun. Yeah, now we need to stow it and
Contact lost. Bearing 18.
and book it.
Make Con sonar. We are cavitating.
Just to be on the safe side. Let's move! And retract the turret array as well. Faster, 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 please. There we go. Didn't want to break it if I could help it.
Con, helm, steady course.
Sure the bear will be arriving on location any moment now.
Sonar. No longer cavitating.
Any minute now? I assume it's headed this way. It was on the radar when we last looked. Alright, I gotta keep going south to try and find these guys, otherwise this mission failed, and I'm not... After everything we've gone through, up with that, I will not put. Well, if we needed any further proof that the bear is toothless at this point, it just dropped... I just surfaced while cavitating, and it dropped a sonar buoy pretty much right on my head, and nothing else. So, it's been steadily dropping them in a line after me, you can see on the map there. I don't think we have anything to worry about now, so...
Raise the radar mast.
I can raise the radar mast with reckless abandon if I wasn't already doing so before.
New radar contact. Bearing.
Hello, bear.
9.
I can see you on the map now. How you doing? Wish I had a Sam right now. Oh, the Don! We found the Don. It's crawling along there. Don't know where the other one is, though. The Dubna is nowhere to be found. Unless... No. It wouldn't have the different contact designation if it was the same one. I was wondering if maybe I'd misidentified the Poltava as a Dubna, but I don't think I did. Alright, matey. What's the maximum range on these missiles? Absolutely ginormous. Looks like 100 kilometers or so. Yeah. Alright, chump. Time to die.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Off it goes! Wonder how long it'll take to get there. Oh, I was corrected on the whole missile thing. I was basing it off my knowledge, missile engine, rocket, jet powered, whatever. When I said in a previous episode that missiles they just glide along after the rocket booster is finished. I was basing that knowledge off my knowledge of air-to-air missiles, which do that. Most air-to-air missiles do that anyway, I think. But cruise missiles and stuff like the Harpoon actually has a jet engine built into it, which helps it carry along and go much further. Oh, yep, hello. Who doesn't love a bit of missile cam action anyway? Can hit it right in the nose, looks like.
Con sonar lost contact. Master
Get wrecked.
3, last bearing.
Right.
5.
Now, for
4,
completeness'
contact
sake, I'd
breaking
like
up.
to know where the Dubner is. But no sign of it on radar at the moment. How much faster is it than the Dawn, is the thing. Although the Dawn was being weird, it actually slowed down virtually to a stop and was pointed in the wrong direction. Oh, here comes the bear again. There he is. Shaking with impotent rage, I suspect, right now. Giving us a nice flyby, though. Tell you what, a game where you actually fly around in one of those would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? In one of those, maybe a Nimrod for the Royal Air Force, or a Poseidon, or whatever it's called for the US Navy. Be an interesting game to play, tracking down submarines and trying to sink them. Unless that game already exists somewhere. I know there's that other Cold War submarine sim called Dangerous Waters that is apparently a lot more hardcore than Cold Waters, but it's quite old and takes a bit of jiggery pokery to run on modern systems, I think. But that you might be able to do it in that for all I know.
Con sonar.
I guess some
Switching
active
active
sonar wouldn't
search.
hurt. Make as much noise as we can, right? Where has it gone? It's rare that it's completely out of radar range. Like, it's friggin' over the horizon right now. Look at the bear just flying over us.
Contact lost. Bearing 154.
Make depth 200. Dive by.
I mean, we've got one of the underway replenishment vessels, so that could technically be enough. But I'd like to get the Dubner too, just to be sure, because this Poltava, I don't think it's a relevant mission target. It's a Vietnamese ship, and frankly, I don't know if we're even supposed to be at war with the Vietnamese in this scenario.
Of course.
It's marked in green, so I don't think I should engage it. I feel like Vietnam would be neutrals in this conflict, personally. Right, have we stowed everything? Yeah, we have. Give me more speed, Mr. Scott.
3, 2 knots.
Alright,
Maneuvering on.
let's see if we can find this bugger. Well, folks, I've been searching and searching and searching. I cannot find it. If the Dubner is still not showing up on radar, even after going this far south, I think it's probably well out of our reach, unfortunately. So I guess we're going to have to just call it a day and hope we did enough. We've got the green light to disengage, so in spite of the bear flying overhead.
Contact lost. Bearing 238.
Leave combat. Grisha 3 sunk, cannon sunk, Don sunk, Dubner escaped. Hopefully that's enough. 14,550 tonnage, 16 tigerfish remaining, 2 mosses, 2 harpoons, systems damage tubes, and a hull integrity. Losing my words. I'm losing my words. I've been at this for too long. Losing. We've got. Okay, hit the reset button. We've got 55% hull integrity remaining as well, so I'm really desperately hoping we get sent back to port. Superb effort in locating and eliminating the enemy's ability to replenish their submarine force at sea. Keep up the good work. Stand by for further orders. Soviet subs losing ground. Several NATO naval groups have recently been operating unopposed. I wouldn't say that. A Pentagon spokesman revealed that the enemy's ability to efficiently operate around the North Atlantic had been drastically diminished for reasons that remain classified. The success of Allied anti-submarine warfare operations was seen as a welcome and necessary step towards obtaining the advantage on both sea and land. However, it was worried that these victories could easily be reversed without great effort and continued sacrifice. That paragraph there suggests to me that we're winning the campaign at this point. That's good news. It's no longer saying, the odds are still even. It's saying that we're definitely winning. Tricky bit is now... Oh, God, really? You're just going to send me after another... Oh, screw you too, Northwood. Intel reports that a wolf pack of enemy diesel electric attack subs will sail within the next 7 days and attempt to transit the GIUK area. They must be sunk before they get the opportunity to cause mayhem along the North Atlantic convoy routes. Intelligence believes the pack may consist of 2 to 4 boats. This is just diesels and it's in deep water. Transit patrol area Green 10. Locate and sink the enemy attack subs. So here's the problem. As soon as I hit continue and we get back to the campaign map, we're still technically being chased by a number of Soviet battle groups. So we need to leg it as soon as the map loads. Oh, God. Okay, continue on course. Pause. Save. Run! Oh, they know where they are. They've got satellites and planes after us. Oh, look, half the Soviet Navy's coming in our direction. Jesus Christ. Where are we off to? Green 10, was it? No, that's not the button I wanted. Brief. Green 10, okay. Let's get our fat ass over to Green 10. And chill for a while. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for tuning in for this extra long hour-and-a-half episode of Cold Waters. I hope you enjoyed it. My blood pressure certainly didn't enjoy it. That turned out to be... I mean, the first mission we did with those 2 diesel subs was lovely. The second one... I need to go and have a little sit down now. I mean, I'm already sat down, obviously, but maybe a little lie down, frankly. A stiff drink might be in order. Where's the rum gone? But we survived somehow. Although our boat is quite damaged and Command is not interested in sending us back to port yet, apparently. I think it's probably because we've still got so many torpedoes on board. They're just like, no, you're fine. Sure, you've only got 3 tubes functioning now, but... Well, 4, actually. But, yeah, and it's 3 if you don't count the one with... I always have loaded with a decoy, so... Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching, and I shall catch you next time on heart attack-inducing simulator known as Cold Waters. Thanks very much. Toodaloo.